Peekaboo! I'm here. I'm really here. I don't have any fancy music for you today because I got in trouble with the music I used last time. Restroom? Do you mean eCam? I like eCam a lot better than StreamYard. Yes. I have a lot more functionality than StreamYard. I was in the restroom. But I don't know how that has anything to do with StreamYard. Hi, Lenny. Oh, Restream. Robin. Hi, Robin. I don't know that I've seen you here before. God, there's like 12 people here already. Hi. Let me see. I got a lot of things going on in the background. Where? Oh, I was in Safari. Hi. Oh, time's up. I better just do it, right? Facebook contests. That's what we're going to talk about today. And welcome. Hello. That's the right. Got to get the right button. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Wherever you are. It is. I'm going to get a new post-it. This one's getting pretty beaten up. Contest review day, and I'm going to start calling them something else. Robin, I am in a good mood today. For those of you who didn't watch the UpViral co-pilot show yesterday, today is Wednesday. I had a little accident Monday afternoon on my bicycle and crashed. It's funny. I'm laughing because here in Missouri, people, and it's probably true all over the planet, people drive riding on the street, coming up to a stop sign. There was a car that passed me, and the car stopped. I was shocked because this car actually not only stopped, but it stopped. I mean, stopped moving completely. And I'm used to cars that just kind of do the rolling stop. And so I was coming up behind it, and I'm like, are you going? Are you going? And he didn't go, and I kind of swerved my wheel a little bit, and my tires are flat. I confess they need air. And I ended up on the concrete. So yesterday was a rotten day for me. I've got several injuries, nothing broken. But it was just so funny that I was injured by a stopped car. So that's today. I feel much better. I don't feel as achy as I did yesterday. But that's my sad story for the day. Oh, mercy. Hopefully you haven't had injuries like that, and you know, I'm 63. I don't know if you guys know I'm 63, so getting injured shouldn't be funny, but I'm lucky because nothing was damaged. I did have my helmet on, and I did have my glasses on. For those of you who don't know why I'm here, Lenny says, damn. Yeah, it's okay. I haven't fallen off my bike in, I don't know, since I was in college or something. I think I was hit by a car in college but I wasn't injured then really either. So I've been very lucky. But that's my funny story for the week. For those of you who don't know, the reason I do these Facebook Lives is because what I want to do is help small business owners, large business owners, if they would pay me, for solopreneurs, for building your business. And I feel like I'm seeing red. I'm going to turn my microphone down just a hair so it maybe isn't squelching so much. Thank you for the flowers. I don't know why that doesn't show up. I can't. Was the car injured, Lenny says. I didn't actually touch the car. And in fact, the person driving the car, I don't think knew that I actually crashed and burned. Because they just took off once they were done with their stop. My daughter was right behind me. My 22-year-old daughter was right behind me. And she helped me get up, and I was able to ride my bike home. It's not damaged. I was what was damaged. So, anyway, let's get on with the subject of the day, which is setting up a contest. And Devin asks, hope you're okay, no internal injuries. Now, I had hernia surgery twice on my abdomen, right above my belly button. And I believe I actually hit the steering column of my bicycle with my abdomen, because there's a cut there. But I don't think that I'm rubbing my tummy. You can't see it. I don't think I've re-injured my hernia, but it's possible. It's sore. It's really sore there. So we'll have to see as time goes on. Hernias are not much fun. Nor are kidney stones. But let's get out of the topic of my physical well-being and get into contests. So contests are a great way of building your list. And I'm often troubled because people tell me that they have experienced that contest leads don't buy. Maybe they've run contests and they have done giveaways, contest giveaway, the same kind of thing. I'm talking about, hey, win a new blah, 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 or win an hour of my time, or win something. So a large group of people enter, hopefully, and there's 1 or 2 or 3 prizes, depending upon how you set up the campaign. So that's what we're talking about here. I am a firm believer. I've built my entire new business called the Giveaway Rocket around the idea of teaching people how to do it right. And so one of the ways I like to do that is to show people why contests don't work by looking at campaigns that are not doing very well. Or maybe they are, and I don't know that they really are, but there are certainly lots of things that influence whether or not a campaign works. Robin says, I had 10,000 leads in total, but indeed they didn't buy. I'd like to tell an example. Now there are several really good examples. Let me just show one. Here is one that I saw on the internet. Win a $50 Amazon gift card. Now, I tell people that an Amazon gift card is the wrong thing to offer as a prize if indeed what you're doing is some other kind of business. Now, if you analyze that in any kind of detail, what you find out is that first Twitter icon, and I know it might be kind of hard to see, but it says follow Freebie Depot on Twitter. Now, indeed, for that particular business where they are doing freebies, they are trying to get traffic to their website where they offer things that people could get for free, blah, 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 maybe an Amazon gift card is the right offer. But for the vast majority of you, it's a horrible offer. And I see people do it all the time. And in fact, we can talk about one that is a potentially bad offer, if you want to talk about it today. But I think in his particular case, it's the right offer for building his list, and I don't know how many people are actually going to end up. We'll talk about that. Anyway, so what I want to do is try to help people break that myth. Lenny said, myth busted. But I have plenty of examples. I can go through examples all day long that work. Now, part of the problem for Robin is if you don't put the right offer in front of people, you're attracting the wrong potential buyers, right? I would tell you all day long that I would rather run a contest and get 50 leads if I can convince those people to buy my stuff than, like you said, Robin, 10,000 leads that didn't buy anything. Right? Especially because, technically, this is what your email list should be worth, if not more. $1 per lead per month. That is the industry-supported average for what the value of your email list is. It's your number one asset. It's something that nobody can take away from you. I'm laughing in pain, not because of my injuries, but because I just saw today that AppSumo, which has an affiliate program, right? I don't know if you know AppSumo, but they sell software and lifetime licenses and stuff. They used to be giving 30% commission for an affiliate. They dropped it to 10%, and apparently they're telling some people that they're dropping it now to 5%. So if you built your business, potentially, I know a lot of people that do Amazon or affiliate business. They sell other people's products in order to get a commission, right? If you were expecting a 30% commission and suddenly it's down to 5%, you're screwed, right? Your business has been taken away from you by the supplier. So what you're doing when you're doing that, and it's perfectly valid business model, you just have to go for volume, right? You got to get a lot of people in order to be an affiliate and make any money at it. The problem is you're playing in somebody else's sandbox. You're going to the party and playing in their sandbox, and they can close the party down anytime they want. I had $5,000 in my Amazon affiliate account one time, and Amazon said, you broke our terms of service, and they took that $5,000 away from me. And I was pretty freaking pissed. I was playing in their sandbox. They said I broke the rules. Didn't tell me which rule I broke or how I did it. They just said, we think you broke our rules, so you're out. I think I don't know who that's for. Lenny, is it for me? Did I make any money promoting them? Oh, AppSumo? I've gotten, I don't know, $50 on doing AppSumo promotions. I've gotten a lot more doing Amazon and other, like I promote UpViral, right? If you see the scrolling ticker down there, one of the spots that appears on that thing is UpViral. So if somebody buys UpViral, which is a software I use to run contests, through my affiliate link, I get a commission. Now, many of them, like UpViral, give you a 50% commission. Some of them are 30%. Amazon also recently dropped their commission rates through the floor. They're making billions of dollars in profit, but they're cutting off the people because they're figuring they're getting enough business, right? As Lenny says, they often drop after they grow. And that's what Amazon's doing, right? Amazon's making billions of dollars. They don't need your little promotion to help them sell stuff. They're doing great, especially during the COVID time, right? Crazy COVID time. I'm still seeing red peaks on my volume. I'm going to cut it down a little bit more. I don't want my voice to crackle and be too loud for you guys. So, my point being here that if you're trying to run a business, you need to be growing your own email list. And contests, as we've seen. I put the myth up there before. For those of you who missed it, contest leads don't buy. We got gobs of examples where they do, right? Wayne says it sounds fine. Okay, maybe I'll stop looking up at the volume meter and being concerned that something's not quite working right. Contest leads do buy when you do the right offer. So let's dive in and look at a couple. So there is my screen. Let's see if I did this right. And I'm going to display this, and I know it's not the right size. So I'm going to resize it so that it fits in the screen. What I like to do often is to go into Facebook groups to show, and my third monitor was acting up this morning, so I had to turn it off. So I got a little tiny view. I am in a Facebook group called Facebook Contests. And what I like to do is to come in here and see what other people are doing. Here, by the way, is a tool called Gleam. Gleam is giving away an iPhone SE2. Gleam is trying to promote their giveaway app called Gleam by giving away an iPhone. Is that the right prize to get people to do contests? I don't know. I did notice this one, by the way. It kind of slays me because in this particular offer, Gleam has the ability to give you... So this contest was posted by Steve Cohen in this Facebook contest group. I think he's actually the owner, or I don't know. He doesn't have a little icon next to his name. So maybe he's not. But notice it says Gleam app is giving an SS. I want to win it. Please help me out. Now, for those of you who are posting contests, I don't think that's necessarily the best way to actually promote your contest by saying that you want to win it. I would think that giving somebody else, which is why I made this comment, I'm just curious to see, does it really help to ask people to help you, or is it better to suggest they could win themselves? I kind of think that's the wrong attitude to say, hey, help me win. I don't care for this. Help me win. Kind of an idea. Anyway, I like the image on this one. We've talked about that one before. I think this particular image is a horrible image for a contest because I have no idea what it is. Again, if you're scrolling on Facebook with your finger or even on your desktop, if this image doesn't say win me and have a better picture of a bike, then I'm not interested. I'm not going to stop. Now, this is the one that we were talking about before, and notice who posted this one. This is me. And Dan is the guy that's running this. Daredevil Dan. I'm sorry, maybe it's not Dave. Dan. Lenny says, have you thought about writing post copy in messaging templates? Yes. Have I done it? No. Part of the issue is I'm not a copywriter. Lenny, I don't claim to be a copywriter, but there are obviously some suggestions on how to make these things work. And part of the reason I do this is to help you all understand. I go looking at these things usually once a day just to see what's going on out there, to see where I could learn something new. You know, there is no new... I haven't created anyway. You know that phrase. Win a brand new iPhone 11 Pro or a Samsung Galaxy Flip. And I said, I don't care about whatever that. I like an iPhone. So Daredevil Dan, this is this is the contest. Let me let me just do this. That was the other thing I wanted to talk about. So this is the landing page, which I want to slap him around and say this is too big, but hey, I think it's working for him. I don't care for this background. I think it's too busy, but again, it's about the offer. It's not necessarily about the design. Enter to win the brand new iPhone, blah, blah, blah. Winner will choose either one. Competition ends Sunday, June 21st. So you put your name and your information in there and you click enter to win, which gets you over here to the share page. Let me click over here. Dan is, I keep saying Dan. His name's not Dan. I'm sorry, I forgot who it is that's doing this. He's promoting an iPhone app. So giving away an iPhone is at least in the ballpark for promoting your game, right? Your application, your game. Not sure it's the perfect thing, but he's testing it out. Now notice there's all kinds of different activities you can do. Now what I wanted to show was this is me. This is me because I posted this. And I wanted to share with you guys that sometimes, now this is a random draw, by the way. This is not a most points campaign. But sometimes as a campaign owner, you want to show the leaderboard even though it doesn't impact the way the campaign is run or who's going to win. Because guess what? Now, I've been having fun with this because I actually sent this to my list, right? And for the longest time, I was the number one person with the most points. I had 2,341 points. And they're giving away 20 points for every lead that you referral lead. So I'm going to take 2341 just to show you the division, right? Divided by 20, that's 117 leads that I have brought into this campaign. 117 people that I have brought into this campaign because I wanted to be number one on the leaderboard. I just wanted to see if I could do it, right? In this particular case. And it's an iPhone. Hey, if I win, I win. 117 leads I've brought into this campaign. I keep saying that because if you think about the, one person, me, has brought in 117 people to this campaign for this business. I'm not promoting it because he's paying me. I'm doing it for fun, for myself. But notice I've been replaced by Jesus, who's just barely ahead of me. And then there's David, who's now got 2,600 points. Guess what I feel like doing? I feel like promoting this again because I'm looking at the leaderboard and I'm wanting to get ahead of David. Now, it's not going to make me win the campaign because it's not a most points thing. But my emotion is, I want to freaking beat David. And so I start making these little plots, right? Because I know the campaign ends on the 20th. So I don't want to necessarily burn all of my my promotional activities early because then David might come along and beat me again, right? So, all these things start going through my head because it's fun. Can I beat David? Can I be the best? All that is doing is helping out the owner of the campaign, right? He is eating it up because there are 3, 4, 5 of us. Here's Chris, who's just barely behind me, one person behind me. And then there's Jose and Rebecca. Look at all these people fighting to go towards the top. there aren't going to be a lot of people that are fighting for the top. But those people that do are going to bring in a ton of leads for you. So if I've brought in 117, this guy's right behind me at 116. This guy's ahead of me by several. So, that's 300 people between the 350 people between the three of us. Plus this guy, that's another. So he's kicking butt on his campaign because we're fighting each other trying to get the most points. I just thought that was very interesting. I thought you guys would get a kick out of that. Lenny says he didn't have to load the contest art on the phone graphics. It blends too much with the background. I do not disagree with you there. But again, big reason why he's doing this is for exposure. Right? He wants to put a whole lot of people on his list, and he wants exposure. And he wants the people that sign up for the iPhone to see I didn't turn off my notifications. You guys can't see that, but all right. He's doing exposure. He wants people to go, oh, that looks like fun, and end up playing the game. God, Lenny, I sigh because you ask great questions. Oh, man. How can this leaderboard... I'm trying to drag the thing. I need a button to move it over to my main screen so I can see it. Why is that not working? And why is this window suddenly on top? So Lenny says, how is this leaderboard model can be abused? What you have seen and what can you recommend to prevent it? It's a great question, Lenny. Of course it can be abused. I go back to the campaign that I was doing for Fuji. I don't know why this won't come back to my main screen. There it is. And that was the wrong comment, right? When I was doing a campaign for Fujifilm, the third prize was based on most points. So if you got my thing went away. If you got the most points, then you got a camera, a $2,800, $1,500, whatever, somehow expensive camera. And I had a young man who was, as he admitted to me, kicked out of school for cheating. Who went through the school address book and manually entered 600 referrals. 600. Because he wanted to win that thing and he said he was broke and blah, blah, blah. So, cheating happens. I have a meeting that I keep getting put off with the UpViral folks to talk about ways that we can improve cheating. Or catching of cheaters. There is the CAPTCHA. UpViral does put up a CAPTCHA, but that doesn't stop people from doing it. Especially some young person who has a lot of time. Many people, for the example, and I'm talking about this comment. Many people in Canada really hate most points campaigns because they say cheating happens too much. You can turn on double opt-in to turn that to convince people not to do cheating because it doesn't do any good. That guy that was doing the 600 would have gotten 0 points. And he eventually would have quit because he would have seen that those people don't do the confirmation because they didn't do the entry in the first place. If you have lots of cheating, I recommend you turn on double opt-in to get people to stop. It also kills your valid entries, but there's a tossback there, right? GDPR in Europe says you have to do double opt-in. There's all kinds of issues there. But it's a great question, and one that I would like to have the perfect answer to, but I don't. Because there's too many options. And sometimes people will find a way to cheat with random IP addresses, etc. You just have to be vigilant. Diligent. I think the bicycle accidents got me loony. All right, so let's go back to see if I can get my little pretty little screen to show. Come on, there you go. That doesn't even all fit on the screen, does it? The way I did it. Why doesn't that fit? I moved it, didn't I? All right. So in this particular case, what others? Let's look at some other ones before. Devin, I forgot Devin's question. Will that bring him interest? I'm not sure I understand. I know, Devin, sometimes we don't communicate well on English, and will that bring him interested or niche or his niche-based product? I assume what you're asking is this the perfect offer for that audience? And my answer is, it's not the perfect offer. Keep trying to make the screen fit the right way. It's not the perfect offer, no. It is very, it's in the niche, right? It's getting people who are interested in smartphones, which is where his audience will be. And he is swinging a wide net. He's throwing a wide net to try to get as many people as possible. And that's okay, as long as they're kind of in his target niche, right? He's going to get a whole lot of people that are just there to win the iPhone. I get it. Or the... so you were saying base leads, right? He's testing, right? He's throwing a wide net, and he recognizes that he's throwing a wide net. I've talked to him about it. He knows what he's doing. Is it his ultimate perfect example? No, he's going to be testing other offers in the future, which is what my goal is to get you guys to do. And I go back to the question that Robin was talking about, where he did the 10,000 and then he quit because nobody bought. Well, if maybe, Robin, if you're still here, if you recognize that that was the wrong offer, maybe you didn't listen to me and didn't understand that it was the offer that was the problem. I give you another example. I don't have the visuals for this, but a friend of mine did not come to me, and that's his fault. He actually knew that I run contests, but he was working with another vendor in the photography video business that I used to be in. And they decided that they were going to offer a trip to Iceland because photographers and filmmakers love Iceland. It's gorgeous. The landscapes are monstrous. And he told me that it got 100,000 emails. Now, I still don't... I think he was using Gleam, and I think he misunderstood the entries at the top of the page, but that's a whole other topic. Told me he got 100,000 entries, and I said, well, this was right after they ran the campaign. They were very excited. My suspicion is that what they ended up with was a whole bunch of people that are just interested in going on vacation to Iceland. I don't suspect that they were getting highly targeted niche leads. People that were photographers. Now, if you turned it around and said, when a photographer, photo safari in Iceland, a 5-day guided trip, for example, to Iceland, then maybe that's a much better offer, gets people interested, but they're your target niche. You're going to get a whole lot fewer leads, but you're okay with that, right? You are absolutely okay with getting highly targeted leads versus people that are just numbers. We don't want just numbers. Who have you seen with the best rules disclosure? Lenny, you're you're jumping the conversation over to a whole bunch of other stuff. Robin says, yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you, Robin, for sticking around, and thank you for letting me abuse you. But, I mean, typically that's what the answer has been, is if somebody says, well, I got 10,000 leads and they didn't buy, and I have gone through this with client after client after client, and they have found out that they gave the wrong offer. It is all about the offer. I mean, if you walk away from this, and the one takeaway I want you to take is it is all about the offer. If you are not putting the right offer in front of the right people, you are doing the wrong thing. Because you think that numbers are all about cash. You think that's what's going to be the big deal. You're going to sell a whole lot to a lot of people because they signed up. But if you're not putting the right offer in there, you're screwed. I'll go back and give you another example if I can, if you don't mind. Let me go to, not there. If I go to, I've recently moved things around. It's not there either. I know, oh, it's not there. I know where it is. It's over here. This is a campaign that I assisted on for a young lady in the equine business. Her website is called Horse World Connect. And she came to me wanting to offer a $200 gift card to Amazon. And I know it's a little hard to see. I'm sorry about that. And I can't make it bigger. But what we did was we crafted an offer where the winner would get a $200 gift card. And in blue it says underneath there, to your favorite tack and feed shop. And on the landing page where you see my name, email, the last thing that has a heart next to it said, give us the name of the tack and feed shop you want to win the gift card from. She got 635 leads. It was not 10,000, Robin, like you got. She got 635 leads. That was okay for her. She was very happy with that because what she was able to do, and this is, I show this because this is all of the campaign. She has been running a contest every month and building her business, and they're all highly targeted campaigns for the equine industry. And she's getting vendors who want to grow their business to sponsor her. You look at all these, and maybe you can't read them all, because I grabbed a lot. But she is doing what I preach, in that she is constantly growing her list. She's well over 2,000, 3,000 people by now. And she's not growing it to the 10,000 level. And I know a lot of people go, well, that's... Pfft. But she's growing her business progressively, and she's getting highly targeted people to join her list. And that's what we want. We want it to be that way. That's the wrong button. It's this one. All right. Devin says, where can we see yesterday's video? The Copilot show, which is done on Tuesdays, if you missed it, unfortunately, they have not. You're gonna see those in your UpViral login. So those videos are only for people who own UpViral, and I know you do, Devin. They have not allocated a programmer to change the UpViral website to point to those yet, because they're on a deadline to get something important out. They won't tell me what that is, but they're working on it. So unfortunately, you don't get to see them yet. They are coming. And I don't have anything to do with it. It's their game. The people that are running this campaign that I was showing want the leads to buy a game. Yes, that's their entire intent, is to sell their new game called Daredevil Dan, the Flex Foil Man. It's a game. Great question, Lenny. How did the Horse World pull that off? Not all shops sell gift cards. You are correct. I think it's really kind of easy that you pick a winner and you just kind of send them $200. I don't know how Heike actually completed the offer, but she was going to figure it out one way or the other, whether she just sent the $200 to the store. But the other thing about that offer that I loved was that the owner of the Horse World Connect, her name is Heike, and she got a ton of people that gave her names of their favorite tack and feed shop that she could then go market to. She could say, look, I've got a horse website. Don't you want to sponsor our thing, right? It required a little bit of work because she had to look them up and send them whatever. But she got a list that she potentially could use of vendors that may be interested as a sponsor for her site. Yes, no. Depends upon how you look at it, Lenny. And I assume you're talking about Daredevil Dan. It might work. It might be the right offer to get some exposure for his app. I don't know. But the key to it is that he's testing, right? I go back and I'll show you this again. That's the wrong one. If I go here and go there and post this, she is testing. She is doing it every month. You don't have to be a total 100% success on your first campaign if you do it diligently. You're not going to be successful, I can guarantee, on your very first Facebook ad. You're going to swing and you're going to miss. There's no doubt about it. You're going to learn how to do it better the next time. You're going to do testing. You're going to look at the data and you're going to figure out what words or what pictures worked better. You're going to put up multiple things and you're going to keep testing and you're going to keep testing because you know that Facebook is the place to be doing ads if you're an advertising kind of guy. You don't hit the ball out of the park the first time you walk up to the tee and play t-ball. You have to learn. You have to understand the subtleties. You have to grow. It's not just a quick, easy swing and a home run. Lenny, you want to ask her if she's on the UpViral group. Her name is Heike, Heike. She has posted about her campaign before. It's not recent, but I think you could probably even search on Horse World in the UpViral group, and you can ask her. I'm not going to do everything for you, Lenny. But I mean, it's the fulfillment's not the hard part. The getting the offer out there, crafting it the way you need to. You know, sending somebody $200 is not the hard part. You do it one way or the other. And she didn't let that be the hurdle. who was it the other day? In the Up Viral group, it was, I can't think of her name. The gal that we were doing the campaign and we did the campaign build for. I can't think of her name. But she was holding up the announcement on her contest because she couldn't get the Facebook image to look right on the social sharing. And he said, just get it out there. Put your offer out there. Get people signing up. I swear up and down, I'm preaching to the choir here. I say all the time that your social image is critical. It is. But don't let that one thing stop you for days and days and days getting your campaign up and running. Go out and freaking do it and figure it out along the way. It does not have to be perfect. And you can change your words. You can create split tests. You can do all kinds of stuff while the campaign is running. So many people just put up their campaign and they sit back for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, and go, well, I hope that's working. And they don't do anything. Hi, Bartu. Thank you for popping in. And Bartu is... He is running a campaign. He and I have been chatting in the background because he's having problems with Up Viral and the leads aren't doing this. There's a problem. But he's still out there doing it. And maybe he's cut back on his dollars putting into the ads. But he's doing something. And I'm just as guilty. I'm preaching to myself when I'm talking about this because this morning I was making a list of things that I could offer for running a contest because I keep saying I need to run more contests for myself, for my own business, to grow my own business. I help everybody else, but I'm not growing my own business. So I'm raising both hands. I'm guilty, just as guilty as everybody else. So come on, Mitch, do it. Lenny says, this game contest leads will be poor because there's not much about the game. He gets them... It depends. If you spend time on the page, the landing page itself does not have much about it. If I recall, somewhere... I was actually watching a video about the game, so probably from the email that he sent me after I signed up, he sent me to a video to see the gameplay. So this is a very interesting point, Lenny. I don't disagree that there could be a large chunk of those people that are not interested in the game, that all they want to do is win the smartphone. Could be. But let me also suggest that he is getting people who are, and I think some people might say, hey, Mitch, everybody has a smartphone, right? So I've talked to him. I'm like, I'm not sure that's the right offer. I mean, you could go talk to him, by the way. He's posting his results every day in the Up Viral group. You can see how many leads he's getting. You can ask him these questions, Lenny. You're welcome to cause some debate in the Up Viral group. That would be great. Find out what his goals are. I'm making some assumptions about what his goals are. Right? He's right there. All you got to do is ask. But at the same time, the other flip side of that is if you get people who are interested in smartphones and maybe you've teased them enough about the game that they sign up for it, then he's doing what he wanted to do. He knows once he has people on the list, if he can keep emailing them, maybe he's going to send them a whole bunch of stuff about how cool the gameplay is and blah, 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 blah. Maybe he has a plan. Can UpViral credit points to people who install the game? Not today is the answer Wilco keeps saying. He has said that they're working, I know he has said it, that they are working on a way that you could install something on some website that would somehow kick something back to UpViral that said they did something. I don't know. I have not seen any of that. I know he has mentioned it. I'm pretty sure he's mentioned it publicly. Because sometimes my brain gets foggy because he and I do have conversations. But they have said they're working on something. When that's going to come, I don't know. It's not there now. I know they want it, but I also know that Wilco's a fanatic about things that actually work, and so he has developed things before and then thrown them away because it didn't work the way he liked it, wanted it to work. And so I can't make any promises there. Part 2 says, Lenny, you can let them make an account in the game and tell them to enter the username inside the UpViral Ask Question. Yes. You can create a custom action in UpViral, thank you, Bar 2, where they go create an account and you give them the link on how to do that. And then when they come back to UpViral, you ask them what their new username is. Absolutely, you can do that. It's just, I know Lenny wants it to be an automated thing where people get points when they actually do that. So, it's not automated yet, but you can do with the custom action. Absolutely. And it's the honor system, right? Let's not... I have been beaten about the face and head because people say, well, I can't prove that they did that. They could be cheating. The answer to that is, fine, let them cheat. Let them cheat and get the 100 extra points. When you select a winner, which is why I tell people not to use the automatic winner selection and sends out an email inside of UpViral, when you pick a winner, you go check and verify it, and you say in your rules, if we find you've cheated, you cannot win, right? You put that in your rules, your terms and conditions. And so when you select a winner, you go check that they're from the right country, right? If you have country rules about who's eligible or not, you check that information. You check that they didn't cheat, that they didn't bring on 6,000 friends to get points. You check that they answered all the questions correctly, blah, blah, blah. You do all that verification before you select somebody, which is why I say never let UpViral do it for you. Let UpViral select the winners, but don't automatically make them a winner. Don't automatically send emails out. Use the random draw feature of UpViral. Absolutely. Then manually send an email once you have decided that Betty Lou Smith is the winner. Don't do it live on Facebook. Don't do it live anywhere because you want to verify who the heck that person is before you announce it. That's Mitch's rule. I love these questions. Thank you very much. Let me go through before I jump to this one. I've already jumped to it. I think I've answered all the other ones. Oh, I missed this one. Lenny said you have the connections. I do have the connections, and that was about this, but gosh darn it. Lenny, you can do this. You could ask her yourself. Heike, Heike. You can talk to the guy running the Dastardly Dan, the Daredevil Dan campaign. Robin, what is the best way to set up an awesome campaign? Number one, if you want, Robin, and this is a promo bit. If you go to giveawayrocket.com/Victor Harry Charlie, VHC, which stands for Viral Hacking Challenge, Wilco is starting another viral hacking challenge for June, and that's starting next week. And it's a 4-week, 30-day thing where he teaches you all the good stuff about how to run a campaign, what to put in your offer, all that kind of stuff. It's $97. If you go to giveawayrocket.com/VHC, and I meant to create a thing where I could send it to you, but I could type it, I think. You should get that in your comments. You can join that campaign. If you already own UpViral, then that's great. If you don't own UpViral, you can get a 30-day free usage when you join that. Now, it's granted it's not free because you're paying $97 for the challenge. But I do the Q&A sessions for the viral hacking challenge, so you can pummel me with questions all day long over there as well. But if you want to try something like right now, join that. Next week we start up. I think that's 5 days from now. I mean, today's Wednesday. I think it starts on Monday. What you'll find out in that challenge is the first week is spent on planning, which is what I love about the challenge. If you don't spend time planning and thinking about the offer and understanding who your avatar is, and that's the conversation we've had about Daredevil Dan today in the iPhone, is that the right offer? Robin, you've burned through 10,000 people that didn't buy anything because possibly you had the wrong offer. If you don't do the right planning, then you cannot set up an awesome campaign. I have learned that time and time and time again with clients and students that don't know their butt from a hole in the ground, pardon my French, in what they're planning to do with their business. I mean, if you're already running a business, it's much easier to figure out what the right offer is than if you're still in the planning, figuring out your business phase. I really don't expect you to be building your list when you haven't even decided what your offer, your product, your service is. But I've seen people join my classes when they don't really even have their business up and they haven't sold a damn thing yet. I don't think you ought to be list building until you know what you want. So that's the first step. The second step, Robin, is to create the right offer, build your contest. And the third step is to execute it. Even if it's not the right thing, just get it out there and run it. Figure out what works, what doesn't work, and do it again. And do it again. This is a long game. I keep telling people this is a long game. This is not a one and done offer. This is not a 30-day challenge and you're done. You've got the best 10 million leads on the planet. Ain't gonna happen. If you think that, it's the wrong thing for you. This is not a shiny, quick, get-rich-quick scheme. This is a long-term game. What's the link? Can you throw it in the comment? I think I did. Go to giveawayrocket.com/VictorHarryCharlie or Viral Hacking Challenge, but it's just VHC. Thank you for asking, Lenny. Bar 2, have you ever tried long format opt-in pages instead of very short? Absolutely, I do it all the time. If you go to, here, this one I have. If you go to this one, let's see if it works. giveawayrocket.com/demo safari, you will see a long form campaign. If you sign up for that, you'll get on my list, okay? The true confession. You will be on my email list if you sign up for that. Jumping ahead. So go there if you want to sign up. You want to see a long form opt-in page. Most of my campaigns are long form because I want to educate the consumer if they have questions before they sign up. I want them to understand what the offer is. Lenny, your ticker says ground beef. Is that what's for lunch? No. There's a joke in there, and I separated them by multiple steps, so you might think about it while, like it says, how many of these items are there? I've started putting a lot of things to make the ticker a little bit more interesting than just one thing scrolling by 6,000 times. Ground beef has to do with the joke. So when you, oh, there it is. What do you call a cow with no legs? The answer is ground beef. There you go, Lenny. Brilliant. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm going to add a couple of more jokes eventually. I just haven't made time to do that yet. Any other questions? We haven't done a whole lot of contest review, but we've certainly talked around the key ideas here, right? Do your planning, create a great offer, put the campaign out there, do it again. Maybe it wasn't the right offer. I'll go back and tell you the example of Bradley did with the survival niche. People who are preppers, people who are afraid that the world's going to end or COVID's going to come along. People who dig a hole and put a container in it, a shipping container, and live in the shipping container with the fear that the world is going to burn up above them. I'm smiling because I just read a comment, right? In that, but let me finish the story because I get distracted. In that campaign for the survival people, they tried camping stoves, they tried camping chairs, they tried all kinds of stuff. And what they ended up with, the best prize, because they did multiple campaigns testing multiple offers, was a $97 flashlight, a halogen flashlight that was the most kick-ass flashlight you ever saw. They got thousands upon thousands of leads that were people that were interested in survival. Bradley even has a page where he describes and shows that entire offer. Do I have that in my matrix? I don't think I do yet. Oh, I do. Huh. Here's the lead page. When the SHTF, does anybody know what that means? What does SHTF stand for? You're going to want this. Enter to win a coveted Phoenix FD30 flashlight. $98. Okay, I was wrong. That's the top part, right? Of the landing page. This is, oops, that didn't work as well as I thought. This is a bigger version of the top part. Anybody post what is SHTF? I think it really should be STHTF. Because the word the is missing. Anyway. So here's the bottom of the page. I'm sorry, that's not the bottom, but there's also below that was, and this goes back to Bartu, this is a long form where they actually showed what the flashlight does. They have a video, product description, they have before and after shots, all kinds of stuff in that campaign to educate the consumer. But they tested that. They finally discovered that the $98 flashlight was the best thing they could get in front of their audience. So this is a long-term thing. All right, Robin asked, finally I'll get to it. What does viral hacking mean? That's Wilco's phrase. Viral meaning relating to up viral, but also viral in that when done properly, he believes that a campaign will kind of self-fulfill, maybe not go to 10,000 leads, but maybe go to 2,000 leads. Whereas if you were using the example of the fish bowl at the restaurant where you put your business card in, that has no chance of going viral, right? The old traditional contest where you just drop a ballot in has no chance of going viral because you're not asking people to share on the back end. And he considers hacking in that we're doing something differently than anybody's really ever done it before. And I don't mean ever, but traditional marketing does not really appeal to viral, and this is outside the normal process. That's what he means. Bar 2, I'm at 272 leads on day 2. Oh, bless your heart. I didn't read the last of it. Make sure you listen to the golden nuggets that Mitch is dropping. Again, Bar 2, aren't you totally disappointed because it's not 10,000 leads on day 2? Isn't that what everybody thinks this should be? No. I know plenty of people who love to see the big numbers, and I hesitate because Mark has been talking about it recently because they are actually working on a case study to announce me, so to speak, because I have, on my UpViral account, brought in 250,000 leads, and that's a big number. But that's over 4+ years that I've done that, 70+ campaigns that I've done that. My worst campaign brought in 65 leads. My best campaign did 52,000 leads. Again, I'm doing work for clients, a couple of times myself, but mainly for clients. And my average is 3,700 leads in a 2 to 3 week span. Those are good numbers, 3,700 targeted leads to any business at, let me go back to this. If you think about the potential revenue, it's this one, at $1 per lead per month. If you added 3,700 leads to your business and you were able to monetize that at $1 per lead per month, that's $3,700 per month that you're adding to your business in a short period of time. If you did 1,000 leads per month, every month, that's $78,000 that you can add by the end of the year in new revenue. Long-term game here. This is not a one-and-done process. I'll preach that to you all day long. Bar 2 said I'm at 272 leads on day 2. He's excited about that. It's not 10,000, but that's okay. You have to start somewhere. You can't reach 10,000K all at once. I'm going to ring the bell. Absolutely true. You cannot suddenly... okay, let's back up. Wilco talks about a campaign where a gentleman did, in 10 days, 230,000 leads. And I dislike that he uses this example because it's putting unrealistic expectations. The gentleman that ran that campaign was buying leads. The share option on that thing was, if you get to 15 people, I'll give you $50 in cash. It was cryptocurrency. It was hot topic at the time. It was, everybody thought they were going to get rich at the time. All they had to do was bring in leads. And everybody could say, hey, come join this. Is an exciting campaign. It brought in big numbers. But it is not typical. Where's the your mileage may vary label like you get on the cars, right? But yes, you have to start somewhere. Eventually, Bar 2, you'll be at 10,000. And you'll be rocking and rolling your business. Not everybody's going to buy. If you put a pop-up on your website that says sign up to my newsletter, you're still only going to get about 5-10% of those people to ever buy from you. So why are you expecting a contest to be that much different? What you're looking for here is to put the right offer in front of the right people and to bring in more leads than your pop-up on your landing page. We're talking about bringing in volume. your pop-up on your landing page is not getting buyers. And it converts at a whopping 1%. My average for all my contests is like 32% conversion rate. Nobody gets that kind of stuff in normal traditional marketing. So I'm preaching to the choir. So that's viral hacking. Lenny says, Bar 2, what's your favorite Mitch hack? Lenny's asking other people. Great. Love you, Lenny. I like how Mitch always says, test, test, test. It's really the key. I don't do it enough. I need to work on it still. And that, frankly, I have difficulty making that happen too. Even for clients. Because some clients don't want you to test. I had a recent client that we did do a split. We did 3 or 4 split tests. We split test a static image versus a video on the same landing page. That was the only thing that was different. Guess what? Which one converted better? A static image or a video? A video about the exact product that they could win. Static image or a video? Take a vote. Let me know what you think. AJ, the magic question. Are these qualified leads that convert or tire kickers who want freebies? God dang it. Didn't you see my... That wasn't it. This one? The myth, contest leads don't buy. All right, let me go into the matrix. Where is my bunkie? Here's the stats for the bunkie campaign. This red one, second box, 103,000 total leads. That's his traffic over time while he was running his campaign. It was a $9,000 offer as the prize. Okay, I'll just put this back up. You guys aren't answering my question. Either that or there's a long delay. Which one is better, the video or the static image? Which one converted better? All you got to say is video or static. 103,000 leads that David got this year on his campaign. Immediately after his campaign, AJ, he did a sale, 3-day sale. Lenny says both work. So let me finish this. 103,000 leads, $9,000 product. His sales in the 3 days after his contest, $800,000. $800,000 in sales. $800,000 in sales. $800,000 in sales. How many times do you want me to say it? Contest leads can and do buy when they're presented the right offer. Cuss words eliminated. Beep, beep. It's all about the offer. If you put up the crappy offer, people will not buy because they're just freebie tire kickers. It's all about the offer, AJ. I preach that till the cows come home. I don't have a cow sound. I have a horse till the horses come home. Lenny said, we're talking about the video. That's not... Why did it bring up that? Both work. Bar 2 says, I would think video, but that's because I heard they're also cheaper to run for FB ads. We're not talking about Facebook ads. We're purely talking about contest landing page with an image versus a video. How many people sign up to the campaign? AJ says, worth it. Now, he spent $14K on advertising, by the way. The contest. The bunkie guy spent $14K on advertising. $800,000 in sales. That was the first number that I heard. Okay, I take that back. It was $600,000 the first number I heard, and then he said later that it ramped up to 800K. 600K, 800K doesn't matter. He built a campaign that converted those people, got them hot and bothered and lusting for his product. He spent $14,000 in on ads, converted that to $800,000 in sales. Then he said cowbell. AJ says video. Actually, the static image won. And I actually hosted the video on my YouTube account so I could see how many people watched it. We had 300 and something people hit the page while it was showing the video. 23 people watched the video. So, but again, it's testing. Test, test, test. Who said that earlier? Spar2 said that. Test, test, test. Absolutely. Lenny asked, how frequently does the Bunky guy run campaigns? 1 time a year. And he does that. This was year 3. The first year, I don't know what his number of sales was, but he had 12,000 leads. The second year was 32,000 leads, and his sale brought in immediately afterwards 300,000. And you can see that campaign on the UpViral case studies page. So you can go see all of those stats. $300,000 in sales. He said by the end of the year, I think he thought it was 600,000. But the reason he does it just one time is that he does it. So the Bunky. Let me go. No, not there. Go here. Go there. This is, where is it? This is the top of the lead page. So you know, for 2020. So the Bunky, the picture there is a small little log cabin, right? $9,000 for that. People in Canada, so he's in Canada, he's in Ontario, Canada. People need to be able to build that during the summer, because the winter it's kind of hard to build something like that. So his process is to run the campaign in February, January, February, so that he can find out how many orders he's going to have. So he runs the sale immediately after that. Then he orders, because all he's doing is basically a drop shipping thing. He's got a company that builds them, and he helps install them and put them out as a kit. And so he's not the guy that actually builds the darn things right now. And so they ship them to the people, so they have the summer, early summer, hopefully, to build them and live in them before it gets winter, and most people won't use it in the winter. There are people that do. There are people that live in them year-round, as a matter of fact. So Lenny asked how many of those leads were fans or already in their list. I don't know the final numbers, but the contest had 103,000 leads. Again, if you listen to me, they had 12,000 leads the first year, 32 or 36, I've forgotten. The second year, the third year is 103,000. So yes, he's got some repeat people showing up there. But guess what? They are sharing his campaign. They are telling people about it because they want extra chances to win that $9,000 product. So it went viral-ish, depending upon what you want to define the viral word as. But in 3 years, he's built a crazy-ass business. And I go back and I'll show you. I think if I press this button, nothing happens. if you can see the comment that came through, is the link to the case study. If it doesn't show up, I'm sorry. Why does this keep switching on me? God, why is it doing that? I'm sorry, my Stream Deck is acting up on me. But he did a post. You can go search for Bunky in the Upfire group. He did a post in February of last year, before he started his 2019 campaign, that basically said he launched his entire business by running the contest. He didn't even know if he was going to sell any, and he ran a contest to give one of those away in 2018, and that launched his business. So to AJ, who's asked earlier, are these qualified leads that convert or tire kickers? He's got a ton of tire kickers on his list. I mean, obviously, he's 103,000 people on his list now. A good chunk of those are people that are never going to buy. But maybe they're living the dream. Maybe they're really interested. Maybe they are on there because they've got a friend that might eventually buy. Again, it's about building reputation, building your name, getting people to have that dream for him, right? Go read the case study and watch the videos. You'll be blown away. David's an awesome marketer. So he pre-orders. Is this local or ships? He's only doing this in Ontario, Canada. If you're not within 300 miles, he won't ship to you. 103,000 leads from Ontario, Canada, because the rules say you have to be in Ontario to be to win the prize. Is it movable? Devin asks. Some people, he says, have put them on a trailer, but they're designed to be permanent. Like the buildup is in the package. I'm not sure I understand what you mean, Lenny. Like the buildup is in the package. Yes, it's a local campaign. Absolutely local. Local-ish, right? Ontario's a big place, but it is within 300 miles. He wants to go bigger in Canada. Last I heard, he was talking about doing neighboring provinces, and he's talking about USA as well, long term. Man, you guys are asking awesome questions today. I was trying to get off because I'm at an hour and 20 already. Any tips on keeping the list warm after the giveaway? What you're talking about is the nurturing process. There are all kinds of ways of doing that. I am not a nurturing expert. There are gobs and gobs of people that will teach you how to do that. And I don't think that he does potentially enough, because I'm on his list. But he does email throughout the winter. During the summer, he's primarily just showing new builds. People who are... I mean, you can go to bunkylife.com and sign up. Hack it. The build-up is in the package, and you said the final price. Content. I'm still not totally understanding, Lenny. Maybe it's because I'm 63 and not quite thinking clearly. The key here, Bartu, is to... I mean, anybody who teaches email marketing tells you to nurture, 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 sell, right? If you're going to send 4 emails in a month, nurture, 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 sell. Do not do sell, 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 sell. You'll kill your list. I do know people that do that. You could do nurture, 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 nurture sell. You can do options there, but provide value, provide education, right? If you're doing the bunkie, David does a great job. He's got a YouTube channel where he posts videos on how to do the log cabin build, how to add screens, how to put on a different roof. Can you put a potty in there? Can you put water in there? Can you put electricity in there? Can you do this? Can you do that? He is creating value and educating his people, and he sends emails on how to do all that stuff, which keeps them motivated. Do they end up turning into customers? Yeah, they do. But he's feeding their lust, right? These people that don't have property, that don't have a place to put the bunkie, are never going to sign up to the damn list. Right? Lenny keeps trying to tell me what he means. The cost of materials versus putting it together. You're talking about what is his product cost? I don't know what his product cost is. I don't know how much his profit. I don't know what his profit margin is. It's what you're really sort of asking, I guess. And that cost is for the kit. You either have to put it together yourself or hire his team to put it together. And you have to pay for shipping, which potentially can be fairly expensive. And maybe if you want to put in a potty, then you buy his little smaller version for a bathroom. I mean, there's all kinds of add-ons, which sometimes is where the cash is, right? Okay, I'm going to cut you off within the next couple of minutes. But if you have a quick question, let me know, because I need to go. Great conversations, although sometimes it feels one-sided and I'm preaching to the choir. But I do appreciate all of you for listening and paying attention. By the way, if you go to... I don't know why this is not working. I do have a store. If you go to giveawayrocket.com/shop, look at that. It actually all worked together. It switched views. It put the thing up. It posted it in the comments. All of those things happened, and it's showing you the store. There's a case study I have on how Jennifer got 3,800 leads on her contest. The ebook, how top 10 reasons people don't share. The ultimate contest email collection. So if you want some scripts, those are free. Countdown timer is free. A viral clone scripts is free. Viral contest, how to 10x your email. That's a video that I did. Campaign, if you want me to do a review, that's currently on sale for $57. I have not done a recent win now, but you can watch a recording. Skyrocket Your Business course is $97. This is all in my shop. Here's the Bunkie Life case study. If you didn't see the link before, you can get to it from my shop. The Safari is here. I have sent Devin here multiple times. I have a course on planning, which is up here at the top. This course is really on planning. If you want, you can go in and search that course. It says buy product, but it's free. You can go in and join. All you have to do is put your name and your email, and you can search. Let's see if I've mentioned Bartu's name before. No, I don't want to convert it. Bartu. Nope, I haven't mentioned him before. I have mentioned Devin. Oh, this is not in, this is just the class. So you want to learn about points. Come over here and type in points. when you look at this, you can see what I'm talking about in a particular video. Goal, blocks, and gamification. Not that one. What's working? So if I click this, it goes into the video. And you can't hear that. I thought I had that set up, but you can't hear that. But it starts playing right at the moment where I start talking about points. Randy Russell has 12,814 points. Now, dang it, I've mentioned it again, and so it's going to appear in 2 videos. Because all of my live feeds are added to, not here, I mean, this is the planning course, but I have another search that has all my free videos in there. So you can search all of my past history. You can search this planning course. You can see what the planning course is like before you buy it. Lenny says, join the free group. That is mentioned right there. Giveawayrocket.com/GG invite, which is where Lenny and I and many others are having conversations about marketing, about UpViral, about other tools other than UpViral. Even though that's my favorite, I still want to learn and grow and find out what people are doing with other tools. All kinds of stuff that I can help you with. Many of them are free things. Lenny said, full house price. Oh, my thing is in the way, isn't it? I gotta fix that. Why is it switching? Finally goes away. Lenny says, the cost full house price for a tiny bunker. And it's not underground either. It's not a bunker. Lenny said, join the free group, which is what I was just talking about. Lenny said, buy UpViral from Mitch. What are your bonuses? Oh, Lenny. Well, actually, what I still have yet to finish, and it's on my goals to finish, it was in May and I didn't finish it then, is a membership so that I will provide awesome value, even more value than I already do on these calls, inside the membership. Lenny is, bless his heart, Lenny is one of my founding members, and he's suffered through me struggling, getting the membership up and running, and is tooting my horn, so thank you very much, Lenny. But Lenny was grandfathered because he bought in, I don't know, a year ago. And Lenny, bless his heart, has been a good supporter of mine. So there's the answer to the bad joke again, ground beef. Scrolling by. But there's a lot of things offered in that scrolling ticker. If you've missed it, roll it back. But many of them point to the store, the shop, where you can see all the stuff. The answer to your question is, Lenny, sure. I mean, if you buy UpViral through my link, I will do a free review. All you have to do is tell me that you bought through my link and show me that you really did. I give away so much. I mean, I'm accused often of giving away the house and the boat and the car and everything else. But my goal in all of that is to get you guys doing campaigns so that you can understand how to do them right. Going back to what Robin said, so that you can build your business and serve the people with the products and services that you want to offer. I want your impact to the world to be awesome. And I want to feed my family along the way. I'm not looking to get rich yet. But let me know how I can serve you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to say goodbye, finally, after an hour and a half. I really enjoy being with all y'all. And let's do this one.
Oh my gosh, Mitch, do you hear yourself?
That's a great piece of advice.
Bye! Bye, everybody!
Bye.
Bye.
I had a fun time. Now turn that off.